Hey guys, while we're doing test fits and that, we've got another antenna bracket, and it's not this one. I'm just showing you this one because this is a really awesome idea for people that haven't got bull bars, or you don't want your antenna wobbling around, because bull bars wobble around a lot, and they just really, if you use the vehicle a lot, there's a good chance it's going to shake the antenna to pieces, and it's not going to work that well. So this one's a really good option, and it's even got the bottle opener on it if you order that one as an optional extra. Let's go and have a look at the new one and do our test fit. Alright, so this is the antenna bracket. It's rock solid, it's 4mm steel, and can you guess where it goes? It goes here, right? So same thing, 12mm, single hex, nice clean socket. We're going to use an assistant for this. We're going to take these two bolts out and the bracket will slip in straight there. I'll show you, it's going to be awesome. Alright, so we've got the 12mm. We cleaned the socket up a bit this time, right? So hopefully it doesn't put too much marks on the bolts, because we're always trying to avoid that, and using that single hex socket. So I'm just going to crack them loose gently, and you might not be able to see what I'm doing, but I can't either. I'm going by feel, trying to stay out of your way. So I'm gonna bring the I need to get my antenna mount bracket prototype K-on, made in Australia, over here. Basically what's going to happen is this is going to sit, let me get it right, it's going to sit like that, right? So let's get it on there because it shouldn't be too much work, and show you what it looks like afterwards, huh? Alright guys, so pretty straightforward to get that one in there. We did that in time lapse just to speed it up a bit for you, but then we bumped the camera and it fell down, so that's where that changed there. Originally what we were going to do is put one bolt in at a time, so we felt a bit safer with the bonnet, sort of, because it's sitting on the bonnet strut and it's a bit heavy. But look, this one you definitely want at least one assistant. If you've got two is good, but yeah, one can do it. We just did it, one assistant quite easily. You do need to take both the bolts out. This is the orientation, so your bonnet hinges are still against the bonnet. You can have a look at the marks before you take it off, or you can mark it so it goes back into the same alignment. You can see the way it sits underneath here. You'd think that it's going to cause problems, whatever, but it doesn't. Let's go around this side and have a look. Right, so this is what it looks like with the bonnet open, so that your antenna is going to stick up this way, which I can tell you looking at it. It's not in the way of anything. It might be around towards an awning. If you've got an awning, it's going to be around about the end of the awning. Could be a possibility of, you know, depending how long your antenna is and how exactly your alignment of the awning. But I think it's probably either going to miss or hit it bang dead on. So let's just close the bonnet slowly. Just having a look to see what it looks like from out here. Right, so depending what antenna you use, how much room you're going to have underneath here. Now, there's definitely antennas that'll work with this, but just beware, and I'm going to give you an estimate. All I can give you is, look, you know, I can put my fingers in there, no problem. So you've got a good 10mm. As you get to this side here, you've got about, I reckon that's about 25mm there, directly under the antenna. My best estimation is about 20mm. How about I get a ruler and we'll be a bit more accurate about this. Alright, so now we've got some tools here. I actually quite like the look of this, and it looks quite strong. I think it's going to be a good one. It's not going to cop the vibration that the bull bars cop, right? So measurements, right? So straight down, that's showing 30mm to the top of the plate as it is there. If I twist it around this way, let's come around here, right to the front. It's about 26mm clearance. Oh, you can't see with the light, but I can tell you 26 at the back here. As I said, that's about 40, right? So 40 at the back, toward the front of where the... So look, your usual sorts of antennas, you've only got a small amount of thread protruding underneath, and obviously you've got the nut to come on. The wire is going to nicely come around here and just tuck it back in between the bonnet and the trim here. There is room there. If you can fit the steel through there, you can fit a bit of coax through there. So this is a really good option for people, because your coax is going to go here, through there. You know those crappy brackets people put on the side of the guard here and it rubs on the paintwork and they're quite weak and they wobble around? Well, this is going to be one of those. That's rock solid. You know, all the stuff I got. That was the ruler going, the thing there, but you know, like, it's rock solid. I can't move that around. I'd recommend, obviously, always a medium lightweight antenna is best. These big heavy ones, you don't necessarily need those. Now, if I can get, the other thing I wanted to show you is the level. Now, this vehicle is set up for touring. It's definitely higher at the rear than the front at the moment. It's empty in the rear, so the level's not going to be spot on. By eye, it looks good, but a level always shows you the truth. See the bubble there? So just to give you an idea, once it's loaded up for touring and the back goes down, it's going to go like that though, right? What am I lifting that? You know, it's not much. So it's a few degrees out, right? I mean, you know, a level's dead set spot on, right? Looking at that level, if I look at that, by eye, I'm going, that's pretty, it might be a little bit, but it's set up level with the vehicle is what I'm trying to point out. So once you load it up for a trip and the back goes down a bit, that's going to level out just nicely. So let's take a look underneath, see what it looks like. This Oricom antenna, for an example, just to show you, there's a washer and a nut taking up less than 10 mil, and of course the wire can be around like that, taking up less than 20 mil, or it can go around whichever direction it needed to go. So pretty good option. Back to the vehicle we're doing the test fit on. Back to the next closest antenna. Again, I reckon you need about 15 mil clearance, so definitely enough clearance under there if that was your concern. Right, so back to this, we're going to open up the bonnet and see what it looks like underneath. If I can reach that bonnet latch here on my own to work out how to open the bonnet one-handed while I'm... right, so just going to sneak underneath there to see what it looks like underneath, right? It just fits really well. It's just another awesome idea, and it's nowhere near hitting the windscreen or anything like that, do you know what I mean? So closing the bonnet down on my head now, squashing me. Alright, so it's another really good option, and the main reason is a lot of people are opting to not have bull bars on there because they realise how much it can affect the drive of the vehicle. This one's not about bull bars, each to their own. Everyone's in a different environment, different uses, personal choices. But Kane have come up with two really awesome antenna ideas. Now, I mean, who thinks of this stuff? Have a look at that. That is just awesome engineering. What a great idea. It's very strong. If it can hold a bonnet, it can hold an antenna. Like I said, you know, we could probably tighten that up a little bit more anyway. We've just nipped it up. But, you know, definitely more than enough strength there. I can't see an improvement for that at this stage. That's good. Your coax would just come down through here. There's even a little slot there that you could just slip your coax. You know, it's going to come between the bonnet and the plastic just there. Slip it between there. Then you've got your little hole. We're not doing an antenna installation here, but there's down underneath here, there's a grommet. You put your wire through and then you go inside the car and whatever, right? So it's nice and close by. There's minimal, instead of running it up through all through here from bull bars and stuff. Even if you've got a bull bar, to save your antenna and stop the wobble, helping it work better, this or the rear antenna mount may be a good option for you. If you like it, please check out the Cohen website, cohen.com.au. It might not be there yet. We're going to let them know that I'm really happy with this. I'm not sure if they've been for sale yet or not, but that fits up perfectly, and this is a product that I'm really impressed with, and I can't see an improvement. Anyway, guys, if you like that, please check out their website, and if you like this sort of information, please subscribe, turn the bell on. It's a bada bing, bada boom. Catch ya. There's three of us here looking at this and we're really impressed, so I couldn't help myself but say it again. Rock solid. When I go like that and push up and down, the whole bonnet is what's moving with it. We've had a look at some antennas, and even the big ones, they might have a bigger nut, but we still think there's room under here. The coax would come around here and back through. So, bloody awesome idea. You've done it again, Kaon. Bada bing, bada boom. Oh, one other thing we thought of. So if you're concerned about the angle of it, depending what lift you've got and how you've set up your vehicle, you could fine tune it you could easily just put it on and see where it's at, work out how many degrees you need to bend it, take it back off again. You could put it in a vise and bend it, whatever the case may be. It might not look too good. Put this end over here in the vise maybe, and just use this end and just give it a tweak to adjust exactly the angle of your vehicle. But It's certainly very close to level, and it's not going to be a problem at all whatsoever. And at the moment, like I said, this one's leaning forward ever so slightly. We're probably talking 1, 2 or 3 degrees. And of course, you know, when you load up the vehicle, that's going to level out. And I've seen a lot worse antennas leaning backwards, forwards and sideways. So overall, bloody fantastic. Are we over it yet?